G'day viewers, the end of another week. Time once more for Totally Fucked Up Friday.
Hello, it's Totally Fucked Up Friday. It's totally fucked up as.
There's some fairly fucked up stories. The interesting things about these stories is really in each of them, there's someone making an effort to make the world less totally fucked up.
I know, it's fucking great. There's people fucking getting on board.
And then there's the counterweight. In every of the cases, there's someone who's just like, I want to fuck up the world. I'm fucked up. I'm going to fuck up the world.
The world needs to be fucked up. It's me.
I mean, we start off, there's a very noble initiative has been running for somewhere in the region of the last 10 years in the US, started by school students. They call it the Day of Silence. It's an anti-bullying protest, and it's specifically focusing on the bullying of the LGBT community, the lesbian, gay, bi, trans, intersex, people who are very marginalised in a lot of cases. And the kiddies got together and they call it the Day of Silence because the bullying that many people face crushes them into silence and takes away from it. So it's like the protests, the kids are, I'll be in solidarity, I'll be silent on this day. I think it's Friday 19th April, it's designated for this year. And so it's the Day of Silence. And in fact, one radio announcer by the name of Linda Harvey has gone so far with the whole bullying thing and the anti-bullying, say, it's an abomination.
It's an abomination.
Shake that stick. It's an abomination. And, you know, we initially thought, yes, that whole homophobia and the bullying and the nastiness, that's an abomination.
It's fucked up. I mean, you know, you can't always choose what you put your thing into.
And the thing is, this woman, radio host, is actually talking about the Day of Silence itself. The protest against bullying, that's what she thinks is an abomination. She's one of these people who have twisted the world and their idea of it so far they can say the complete opposite of reality and think they're making sense. This is the type of person who well over 90% of Christians go, God, don't associate me with her. I'm not her.
I'm not like that.
But she actually uses Christianity's issue. She's saying, I have to be allowed to be a vicious, evil bastard to these gay kiddies because it's the gay that's wrong. It's not
the gay that's wrong.
It's not the bullying. No. It's not the violence. No. It's not the murder that is a real thing faced in the LGBT community. No. It's the Christians not allowed to be using bigotry in the name of their religion. That's the abomination.
That's the
She's actually said, we say God teaches us that homosexuality is an abomination. You say that, that's true. It's not real.
No.
It's not an actual thing.
No.
God didn't come down and say to you personally, here's the good word. And in fact, what is usually being quoted in this point is the Jewish book of law, Leviticus, where it says, you shall not lie man with a man as you would with a woman. That is an abomination. And that is the worst fucking cop-out in history, saying, God said it right there in Leviticus. There's hundreds of laws in Leviticus. We're banning all sorts of things like shellfish. And I mean, seriously, all the people say, no, it's an abomination because it says right there. Seriously, are you keeping kosher as well? They're the only people in the world who could possibly use Leviticus as an excuse are ultra-Orthodox Jews. Not just your average, everyday reformist Jews, your casual Jews, but the ultra-Orthodox, ultra-conservatives who keep mega kosher and keep all the laws. They're the only ones who could possibly use that as an excuse. It's like, okay, you know, if you're a Christian, not a Jew, if you're a Christian and you're saying the Christian faith says abomination, I'm not even going to go into that I think the Bible is a complete load of horseshit. Let's pretend it was true. Point at the bit where Jesus said gays are bad because. It's not there. No. You would think, right, if that is your saviour, and this is the book, his message to you, his truth revealed unto you, you would think once he might have said something.
He might have said, you know, if he really meant it, right, he might have said, those puffs are a bit off, But he didn't say that.
It's
What
just-
he did say was he said, give everyone to me and give them a fucking chance to be fucking okay.
Yeah, it's like,
If you're
love
being-
one another.
If you don't be nice to one another, it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
I've got to go.
Yeah.
I've got to go. No, Dad's calling.
So it's like, this is just the worst sort of person in the world. Someone who takes what can be a really good and positive and supportive message, the message of Christianity, and just completely perverting it and going, no, I want to be the worst fucking person on the planet. Thank you very much. Fuck you is all I've got to say.
Yes.
Seriously.
We'll turn.
Wait, slippery floor.
Yeah.
He's going to blame me again just because we are ankle deep in debris from any prop you have ever seen me use in a video is still on the floor because I don't clean up. Yeah. And he has a problem with that.
Whatever.
Nerdy-da, Mr. Occupational Health and Safety.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Slip it on paper.
Let's move on to the south of Georgia in the US. Again, people fighting against the totally fucked up nature of the world. The kids there have started an integrated prom because in their area, the rule was the prom, the big senior formal event, was segregated. One for whites, one for people of colour. And the kids had got together and said, this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit right here.
Let's all fucking get together and have a fuck off party because we're all mates. We're all on the same footy team.
Yep.
We all fucking drink the same kegs. Fucking, we're all mates. So fucking we'll have a big party and everyone will turn up and it'll be fucking excellent.
And to their credit, the kids at this school have been having an integrated prom since this year. This is the first one. For all the people who go, there's no racism in the world here. Oh, not in America. Obama, we've got a black president. Racism's gone. Nobody needs any protection unless you are being told, get out, darky. You're not allowed in here. This full-on, it happened as recently as last year. Someone who was not white showed up at the white prom and was escorted by the cops.
Got fucking kicked out.
And while the school is letting the kids have their integrated prom, they're keeping the segregated one as well. Because apparently there's a demand for it in the community. The organisers have said not everyone likes it. Some of our posters have been ripped down. There are still people in the US today who are saying, no, we've got to keep the whites and the non-whites separate. Okay, that is the sort of thing that's making the world totally fucked up.
Yeah, you've got to be
dropping it again.
Yeah.
What do you believe? You've been using too much of the lotion again, haven't you? It slips out of your hand.
Maybe not enough.
That's the problem with AIDzee. Is it too much? Is it not enough? It's not right. It's not right. We've just got to keep adjusting dosages.
And it's really good when you adjust.
It's just this is science, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
It's a living science experiment, and we're just going to keep adjusting the dosages of various unguents and inhalants and ingestibles.
And what did we say before? I was an
EEN machine.
EEN machine.
He's the EEN machine. Burt Reynolds was the mean machine.
Yeah.
AIDzee's the EEN machine.
EEN machine. Caffeine, nicotine, and morphine.
Yep. Yeah. And was it in The Great Santini? Robert Duvall complained about the family had too much EENy food. AIDzee complains not enough EEN. Too much EENy, not enough EEN.
That's right. And anyway, so fucking these kids have got together and they're going to have a big party and everyone's going to turn up and it's going to be great. But the school has been threatened.
Yeah, so they've had to keep the segregated one as well. I find that so hard. Look, there are examples of racism in Australia every day. You cannot go to any country in the world and not find horrible examples of racism. But for this to be institutional, for this to be in a school in 2013, blows my fucking mind.
That's fucking different. That is fucking different.
I mean, seriously, outside of some religious fundamentalist country, and yes, there are certain countries where the restrictions against mixing of the chosen and the not chosen are far worse than this. But hey, let's not say that's the worst person in the world. I'll be this much better than him. We're trying to be much better. We're leaders in being good fucking people. So, the battle between the totally fucked up and the totally cool, continues. Notably, again, we're stuck in the south of the US, I noticed today. Nothing personal, okay? It's just all real. This one's in Virginia, where only last month a court said, you've got to take these laws off the books, the anti-sodomy laws. Now, they've been a bit of a moot point.
What? Anti-sodomy? Oh, bloody hell. We can't take the anti-sodomy laws off. Oh, there'll be poopers everywhere putting their dicks in things. Oh.
And that's the weirdest part of it to me, because I always thought anti-sodomy, it's anti-gay. It's only when it went to the Supreme Court in about 2003, challenging the Texas laws, that I found out sodomy wasn't just anal sex, which is what I always thought it was. It also covers oral sex. And it's not just about the gays. It's about any sort of sexual activity that's not penis in vagina. Between heterosexuals, consenting oral sex and anal sex is illegal under the sodomy laws. Now, the Supreme Court said 10 years ago, this is bullshit, you can't do that. Yeah. And it was made formal, it was still on the books in Virginia, and a court just last month said, this is bullshit, it's unconstitutional, it can't be there. The state attorney general is trying to fight this. He's running for governor. This is not a fringe person. This is a Republican running for governor who says, no. Oral sex should be illegal.
That's right.
The guy's trying to ban blowjobs. Who does that?
Who says you can't have a blowy in the back of a ute, you fucking idiot? What?
They're saying a married couple can't have oral sex. And for anyone's going, oh, that's a red herring. It's really only used for the filthy gays. No. Actually, the precedent case that pushed this involved heterosexual activity between the male and the female. It's a real thing. There are several prominent cases. I think there was one in South Carolina as well, where male, female have been prosecuted because they engaged in oral sex. They're trying to take blowjobs away from us. They're trying to take dining at the Y away from us. Yodeling up Kangaroo Valley. Oh, I read some Barry Mackenzie in my day. I did. There's some nice Australianisms. I must dig out my Barry Mackenzie book, and the glossary in the back of that will blow your fucking mind. Barry Humphries came up with the most twisted vernacular in the world. And he swears most of it he didn't make up. He swears it's stuff that he actually heard. I did tell you to hold on to that stick, didn't I?
I've got it.
He's got it, yeah.
I've got it. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
So
I'm just being twitchy.
Bit twitchy.
Yeah.
So lights are getting a bit hot. And, once you start talking about the sodomy around this one...
Woo!
Yeah, no.
My rights!
Yeah, it goes in bad places.
I tell you what, the sodomy's good.
Look, I think the number of people in the world who would actually full-on say sodomy of any form, not everyone's into the anal. That's fair.
That is fair.
And look, a lot of women don't think giving a blowjob's the best thing in the world. A lot of guys don't think going down on a woman is the best thing in the world. But let's say we're all selfish. At some point, you reckon everyone likes receiving, right?
Yeah, let's just say...
Maybe they don't like giving. Maybe they're not that generous.
Maybe let's just say, mind you, the different tastes of people are fascinating.
Which is possibly a topic for another day.
I think it's great. It's great. You basically, when you...
I told you I couldn't even bring up the topic of sodomy around him, could I?
Yeah,
it's off and running. But seriously, how can anyone in the world actually oppose it? Seriously, what's his name? Ken Cuccinelli or something very difficult and Italian sounding to pronounce. Republican governor candidate, Virginia. Seriously, Virginia, if you want to be the laughing stock of the world, let someone saying this fucking stupid stuff get elected. And if you think that is okay...